And we are live. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We are back for our second video of the day. First one was my 4 PGX books, so if you haven't checked that one out, hopefully you will do so. And this one is my 2 EGS books that I also have a deal with another company, which is called EGS, Excellent Grading Service. I think that's it. Correct me if I'm wrong. I've just recently started with them, so I'm not as knowledgeable about their company as I am with PGX, which is Professional Grading Services. But this is a deal I've been doing with Tony. He is the owner of EGS. He's been watching my videos for years. He liked what I did with the PGX videos, so he wanted me to do basically almost a very similar deal as PGX. Very similar in the way that I do not get paid by them. I do not have any contract signed. I am free to speak my mind, and I appreciate owners that allow me to do that, so I'm not sugarcoating things. I'm not trying to tell you what you want to hear. I'm just going to share my experiences, whether good, bad, or indifferent, and hopefully you'll draw your own conclusions with what you want to spend your money on. But like I said, I do not get paid by them, but there's a benefit, the same as like with PGX. I get 2 books with EGS that I can send in every month to get graded. They have in-house pressings and dry cleanings as well. They also do in-house signature verifications. So I get 2 books each month sent in to get graded. Of course, I pay for shipping and everything. And they get the free advertisement. But I also make sure I make a deal with you. Ego says expert grading. I think that's what I said, or maybe I said excellent. I'm not sure. I guess I've been watching too much Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure these days. If you know that one, congratulations, you're my age. Thank you for that, Agu. But I wanted to make sure I get a deal for you guys. So if you want to try EGS, and if you haven't, hey, by all means, hopefully these videos that I'm doing, because I do unboxing videos every month when I get them back. If you think they're a company you'd like to give a try to and keep alternative businesses in business so we don't have any monopolies that can take over, the prices and reduce quality. So competition is good for us. If you want to try them, if you send in 10 or more books to EGS, you get 2 different discounts. If you use the code WeLoveComics, you can get $5 off your first order. And you can also, if you send 10 books or more, you can also get one of the books pressed for free. So again, like I said with the PGX, if you want to get one of them pressed for free, use the code WeLoveComicsFreePress and indicate which one you would like to get pressed. Unless you don't care, they'll just randomly pick one. So you're getting 2 discounts. If you send 10 or more books in, you can get one of them pressed for free with the code WeLoveComicsFreePress, and you get $5 off your total order with the code WeLoveComics. So hopefully you'll check them out and give them a try. Now, like I said, I have not really worked with them for too long, so I don't have the experience with them as I do with PGX. But you got to start somewhere, and I like how this company is definitely doing their best to keep improving. If they would have asked me 2 years ago to do this, I would have said no, politely and respectfully. But I feel like they're starting to go in the right direction. They are a work in progress, so I'm going to keep it real. They have some, bugs they need to work out. But overall, I think they're doing a decent job. And even if a mistake is made, they correct it with no problems. And you want to see a new company, they're going to have growing pains like anybody. But as long as they're going in a positive direction, that to me is something worth taking the chance on. So with that being said, I will show you the 2 books. I will give you my predictions based on what I think the grades are going to be after a pressing and dry cleaning, because they, like I said, they also do in-house pressings and dry cleanings. And I will show the significance, if any, and you can draw your own conclusions from there. So far we got 9 people watching. 4 of you have hit the like button, so thank you that. Let's say hello to the people that are in the live chat. And you don't have to be a subscriber to join the conversation, so hopefully you will. We got Agu Rhythm here again. Welcome to see you. Gotham City Comics, welcome, my good friend. Brian Norman back again. John Rowe, welcome. And that's it so far, but let's see if you want to join in and check out the other video after this one if you haven't seen it yet. So let's put on the video camera so you can see the 2 books. And as always, I will make sure I indicate the price I paid for them any significance and what I think the grades are going to be after pressing and dry cleaning. So the first one, actually both of these, if you watch the video I did just before, one of the books I sent in was from a package of 40 comics. It was supposed to be 36, but they threw in 4 for free. And one of the two is one of the free books that they just threw in. But I paid a total of $140 for the entire 40 comics. And there are probably a good 6 or 7 really, really key books. And about another 6 or 7 that are decent books that are not just, 25-cent bin comics. So these two are it. Now, this one doesn't have any major significance, but it is a signed book. It has a certificate of authenticity, and it has 9/8 potential. So whether that happens or not will depend, because this particular book has a thicker stock. It's not like a paper, it's more like a cardboard. So whoever owned this took good care of it. It doesn't look like they read it. And, well, let's get into it. So this is Wolverine number 75. You could tell the 90s nostalgia with the hologram. They had a lot of these, like Web of Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man. A lot of the different comics back in the 90s, they were all about gimmicks. I like these with the hologram, but it is a signed book. It was signed and numbered by Adam Kubert. So he signed horizontally. Vertically, actually. I should learn how things work, because horizontally is the horizon. But it is also sequentially numbered. And in case you can't read that, it is 5,422 out of 7,500. So 7,500 of these were signed. But here's the thing. I paid a grand total of $3.51 for this book. It does have a certificate of authenticity, but they do signature verification. This has 9/8 potential. Now, with any book that I view could have 9/8 potential, I never open it, because I don't want to take the chance of damaging the book by opening it. So if there is something on page 16 that maybe somebody wrote on it, or there's a stain or what have you, I'm not going to know about it, because I don't want to take the chance of opening a book that I feel is in higher grade just to take a chance of potentially damaging it. So there is a risk with not opening the book, but full disclosure, I want to keep it real with you guys. But if your book looks this pristine on the outside, tends to be pretty good on the inside as well. Back looks pretty nice as well. So this has 9/8 potential, but I'm going to go like I always do, because even if you get a brand new book on the shelf that comes out the next Comic Book Wednesday, it doesn't guarantee a 9.8. So I always keep the grade between a 9.4 and a 9.8. But for $3.51 to get this verified with the signature, even if it comes back a 9.4, still worth it for $4. I mean, how do you go wrong with that? So that's the first of the two. And the next one is another one of the giveaways. 2 of the 4 giveaways I don't think were worth anything. They were kind of generic comics. But I'm not sending this one in yet. But this was the other throwaway. This is an added bonus they added that was not in the original sale. That's New Teen Titans number 2, First Deathstroke, which, by the way, is also a newsstand variant. That would have been nice if the Wolverine 75 was a newsstand, but hey, what are you going to do? But this is the other book that they threw in that is also a newsstand variant. It's in lower grade, but how am I going to really care about it? Because when I divide it by 40, I paid $3.51 for this book, even though it was technically a giveaway. We got DC Comics Presents number 26, which is the first appearance of the New Teen Titans. Now, it's got a subscription increase all the way down. This book has been read so many times, it's not even funny. It's got stains on the back. It's got color break increases along the spine. So this is a lower grade book. Normally, I wouldn't grade something like this, but for $3.51, I'm sending it to EGS. Now, a book like this, I probably would not have gotten graded, and I haven't built a reputation enough with EGS to be sending them like an X-Men #1 book. Not yet, because I want to see how it goes. But something like this, I think, is worth doing to get graded by them. So, like I say, I keep it real. As much as I appreciate any business that wants to work with me, they need to know that I'm going to be straightforward and honest with my viewers and may not always say everything, with rose-colored glasses on. He knows that. Daniel Patterson over at PGX knows that, and they appreciate and respect my ability to say things. Like a certain UFC fighter was saying the other day, and if you watched current events, you'll know what I'm talking about. And Dana White basically said, I don't give them a leash. Free speech. Being able to say things. Remember, your free speech is not protected just so everybody can hear things they want to hear. Free speech is supposed to be for people that express things that you may not want to hear. Gives you the right to be able to say it. So I appreciate companies that are willing to work with me and allow me to be able to say what I experience and not just sell a product and be like somebody on a commercial that is like, oh, I'm not a paid actor and I promote this product purely and they can do no wrong. No business is going to be 100% perfect, and no business is going to be 100% failure, because if they are, they're not going to be a business for very long. So I think EGS has potential. They have still a lot more growing pains they have to go through, and that's why when you see the books that I send in, they tend to be less significant and books I normally may not have ever sent in to get graded anywhere else, because I want to see what they do, build up a reputation with them, and watch them grow, but no, I'm a part of it, and that is meaningful to me. So, I can't say CGC is the #1 grading company anymore with what's going on and what's continuing to go on, despite how many people just seem to want to just close their eyes and pretend there's no problems, because there's a lot of damage control they need to take care of. So that would, in my opinion, put CBCS as #1. I would say PGX and CGC would be tied for #2 at this point. I know there's going to be people that are going to be very triggered by hearing that. But you have to go based on reality. PGX doesn't have those scandals. Not that I've experienced. They had one big scandal years ago, but that was based on misinformation. In the beginning of their career, they had growing pains as well, where their grading was not accurate. But especially in the past, I would say in the past 4 years or so, they've been doing a phenomenal job. No complaints. Books always arrive safe. They're always well packaged. The grades are pretty much spot on to what I think they should be. Some people have too many personal feelings attached to investments or businesses. I'm not loyal to any business that is not loyal to me. And that doesn't mean that even if I'm loyal to them, that cannot change. So I like the options. But I will keep it real. EGS is still, of the 4 major companies, they would be the 4th. So they have a lot of room to grow. Whether they do that or not depends on the owner and depends on people giving them the opportunity. So that's why I want to work with them. They give me the freedom to say what I want. I'm not pressured to say anything other than my own shared experience. Even knowing that, because I told them when he called me, we talked on the phone. I told him specifically, it's like, listen, I don't get a lot of viewers. Like right now, there's 11 people watching. I said, I'm not going to get a lot of viewers, which means you're not going to get tremendous amounts of customers coming via my recommendation. And I want to be able to say what I experienced, good or bad or indifferent. And even knowing all of that, Tony still said yes. And I encourage you to do that. And he said, I appreciate your honesty. Those are the companies I want to deal with. Not the ones that try and stay silent until they have no choice and then sugarcoat it and try and pretend something isn't as bad as it is. That is not an honest company that I want to deal with. If you do, that's fine. We have to have accountability in all parts of the world. And if you do not hold a company to be accountable for situations, whether they're directly responsible or not, does not matter. If they're going to stay quiet until enough people created so much noise for so long they had to do damage control, and their job is just basically putting out the fire instead of making the place a better place so it never burns again, that to me tells you they care more about money than they do quality of service and quality of product. And that's why, even though PGX and EGS are not like CGC, maybe that's good or bad at these days, but they are of, I guess, like, for example, it would be a Ferrari compared to a Honda, but the Hondas are still reliable cars. If the Ferraris break and explode, and the owners of Ferrari are selling cars that they know have defects and they sell them anyway, I'd rather have the cheaper, reliable car that isn't going to turn as many heads. Because that's what you're buying a car for, reliability. And it's the same thing when it comes to grading and stuff. Is PGX or EGS perfect? Absolutely not. They still have a lot of room to grow, and they have a lot of things they need to work on. But I like their customer service. I like the fact that I can speak directly by phone to both owners of those companies, and they will not only, give me their phone numbers, but they will actually pick up the phone. And if they can't because they're busy, they'll call me back. Do you get that with CGC or CBCS? That kind of personal, I care mentality? Now, that doesn't make them the greatest companies. Just because somebody's perfect and friendly doesn't mean they have a good business. So I'm keeping it real. But they're worth taking the chance on. And, knock on wood. I mean, especially to PGX, I just sent my last video. If you haven't seen it, check it out. But I sent in a CGC 3.0 X-Men #1, first appearance of the X-Men. So many people, when I sent that in, left comments saying, oh, I could never do that. Well, it arrived safely. I have peace of mind now that it's not one of the switcheroos from some of the CGC cases, which, by the way, is absolutely more than 350 comics. But again, you can deal with whoever you want. If you want to hate me for keeping it real, that says more about your integrity than it does mine. But you're free to do it. If anybody wants to thumb down this video because of that, by all means, please do. If you want to stop listening because you don't want to hear somebody being preachy, please do. I'm here for the ones that want a fair assessment of a product that they might be interested in investing in or using or utilizing. And I am going to give it to you straight and say what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. I will never placate my viewers just so I can have my products that I back up continue to want to deal with me or I make money off of them. That is not my priority. If you want shills, there are plenty of them out there. And they'll tell you exactly what you want to hear. They'll make you feel good by trying to place on rose-colored glasses and sugarcoat everything. But in the long run, you will be screwed over. And they won't give a rat's behind about you. As long as they're making their money off of you, they'll keep telling you what you want to hear. If you picture the devil as somebody trying to gather your favor, do you think they're going to be mean, nasty, and cruel? Or do you think they're going to pretend to be your best friend and tell you everything that you want to hear? Be very careful. That's why I always say, be careful who you hitch your wagon to. So as far as PGX and EGS, which this video is about, I am very happy to be quote-unquote sponsored by them, even though I do not get paid. I have no contract signed. I just get a couple of free comics. And if it ends up not being worth it, I'll discontinue doing it. But as of now, 6 years with PGX, no problems. I've had a couple of situations with EGS that got corrected. No problem. And we'll see where it goes. So that is my real review and my real videos. If you like those, you'll be one of the 8 people that hit the like button. And one of the 9 people that stuck around. I have sermons, what can I tell you? Some people like it, some people can't stand it. If you do, keep watching. Maybe hit subscribe if you haven't. Let's do today's surprise subscriber shout out. And like I show in this screen, and by the way, if you're interested in purchasing any of my mystery boxes, I actually sell comic book mystery boxes. No matter which one you buy, I can't guarantee it because each person has preferences of what makes them happy or not. But I can pretty much guarantee you're going to be happy with the quality of the books and the value of the books that I send, regardless of the level of comic book package you buy. But click on the link in the description or in the live chat that I posted right there. It's also, like I said, in the description. Scroll. When you get to the screen, you'll see some pyramids and some soaps and things like that. You're not at the wrong place. That's my website. I sell a lot of different things. Just scroll down to the bottom and you'll see the comic book section. Anywhere from a basic package up to a platinum package, which ranges between $25 and $5,000. Please go help that. It helps support my channel, because you guys know I've been unemployed since October. I'm actually very happy with that, because if I need to make money, I'll sell a couple of books, and I like the fact that I can stay home with my wife, and she's happy about that, because she knows I'm not some deadbeat that's not doing anything to contribute, and I'm starting to let that grow on me. But buying one of the comic book packages is a way to help support my channel and my family, and you get something great in return. So if you make a video doing a comic unboxing video of one of my mystery boxes, I will make sure that you are allowed to post a link to the most recent video at the time you post yours. I will encourage people to view and subscribe to your channel and your video, and it's a win-win for everybody. So thanks for watching. If you have one of the many comics that I have listed on the screen scrolling by, this is the AI art that I've done. It's Electra, if you don't know. So if you want to comment on my AI art, which I make every one for my thumbnails, please do. But you can see I have books like Amazing Fantasy 15, Batman 2, Wonder Woman 1, etc., etc. I'm looking to acquire via trade. So I made a video about 2 months ago, 3 months ago, showing all the graded comics I'd be willing to trade for any or all of those books. If you have an extra, or you want to try and get some different books, please contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. And even if there's a book that I have that is not in that video, contact me about it. You never know. I might be willing to add that or use that to trade for something that I'm looking to get. So let's get our surprise subscriber shout out. We're going to go with John Rowe, and we're going to go with Joey Lane. Both of you are today's surprise subscriber shout outs. If you want to post a link to one of your videos or to your YouTube channel, please put that in the comment section of the video once it is uploaded. If you don't have that and you'd rather post a link to one of your social networks instead, you could do that. If you don't have that and you maybe sell something on Amazon, eBay, or any other place, and you'd rather post a link to one of your sales, please do that. I'll let you decide which one you'd prefer to do. Always keep in mind that any link that you post on the comment section will not show up, because I do have to approve it first. That keeps anybody from clicking on something that'll take you to a porn site or anything inappropriate. And if you do see a link in the comment section, that means it has been approved. So go support them. Let's help this community continue to have positive relations with one another. We need that in this world. So thanks for watching, everybody. Really appreciate the people taking the time to hit the like button, view the videos, and join in the live chat. If you haven't seen the PGX video, please go over and check that now. And as soon as the other comics start arriving, I'll do some more unboxings. I'm looking forward to it. So until then, thank you for watching. And don't forget, it is not you, it is not I, it is We Love Comics. And don't forget to have your trolls spayed